Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no cheesy commentators, imposters, or weather that makes you stay cold for hours. I went out this morning at 10:20 in the morning. It said it was 46, felt like 44. Now it's lower than that. It's going to be 34 tonight, another freezing night. And the church next door gave me a nice Christmas card. Very cute. Kitty and doggy waiting for their presents. And they gave me bags of food and a $25 Raley's card, which I can go buy cat food on Monday if it's not pouring rain, and a $10 Target card, which will go toward the second electric throw. Hello, Bellamy, and all the cats out there who watch my videos, and all my friends. And I'll show you this other stuff in a minute. Let me get into the thing here. I'm still cold. I lied on the bed. Of course, the cats, every time I go on the bed, they take over the blanket, they take over the comforter, they take over the electric blanket. But I've got a hoodie sweatshirt on and hello, eccentric animal, welcome, and sweats on, and I'm still cold, and coffee doesn't warm me up. I've got a hot chocolate. Sadly, the last of the Swiss Miss marshmallow chocolate is gone. Okay, let's see what we got here. Now, something that I left downstairs, bags of pasta. I don't like rice. I ran out of food the last 2 months of high school, and all I had to eat for a month was rice, ketchup, cheese, and plums off the plum tree. All right, we have turkey, artificially flavored stuffing mix. 2 boxes of that. We have a box of super moist yellow cake mix. I'll give that to Kathy or Patty. They're into cakes. And we have another box of super moist red velvet cake mix. There's pudding in the mix. I'll give that to Kathy or Patty. Kathy hates rice-a-roni, but I like rice-a-roni, but I don't like rice. So urban butter, however you want to pronounce it. What the hell is this? Oh, more onions. I put 6 onions downstairs. I don't need any onions. So we have sliced cream peaches. I would have rather had 12 oranges. They gave me 3 oranges. We have a can of green beans. That's bag number 1. But wait, there's more. But the thing for Target and for Nob Hill is great. I can go up Monday if it's not pouring rain. I'll go get more kitty food, a thing of my creamer, and maybe some fruit or something. Okay, and we have here 2 pouches of white chicken with rib meat and water. Fully cooked chicken is fully cooked and ready to serve. Don't have any bread, but that's good. Throw that in there. A can of low-sodium meatless spaghetti sauce. I have so much spaghetti sauce, but I'll keep it. A thing of creamy peanut butter from Safeway. And 2 cans of Clover Valley, whoever Clover Valley is. Chunk light tuna in water. And there is a can of another chicken noodle soup from Safeway. And by the way, I looked up what we were talking about, and I was absolutely right. There are conspiracy discussions on that subject. Okay, here's another one. It feels bigger. Chunk chicken breast. I didn't know I had this. Hadn't looked in all the bags yet. So that's good. A can of more green beans. I like green beans. One day I'll figure out the recipe for sweet and sour green beans. By the way, I plugged in one of the 3 Amazon Fire tablets. It's now charged. I got to figure out how to reset it to give it back to Kathy once I find the charger so she can use it in her house. Chunk chicken breast. After a year, the apps won't work anymore, which is stupid. More green beans. Somebody's got a fixation on green beans. This is okay. All of this will go in the hall closet if I have the room. That's a heavy bag right now, man. Another can of chicken noodle soup. I had Progresso beef soup this morning. And another can of low sodium spaghetti sauce. Yes, I'm feeling better, but I can't seem to warm up. All the rain we've had, more rain Monday, has made the pollen go crazy, and my nose started running, and it wouldn't stop. I blew my nose for like 20 minutes, but I've been sitting here for hours or lying here, and I still feel chilled to the bone. So, yeah, cluck cluck, all that chicken. I like chicken. In fact, chicken doesn't seem to affect my kidneys as processed beef or salami or pastrami or bologna or anything else I could put. Tuna doesn't seem to affect it either. But so, yeah, where are you, eccentric animal? These are huge because this will pay for cat food, and this will get me a second electric throw blanket. The cats love the electric throw blanket and the comforter. Oh. I am awake. I got sleep. All the lights are plugged in. Someone I know is working on stickers for the channel. And as soon as I get the stickers, then I can go to one more level of membership and finally have membership-only videos. And that will keep... Oh, Minnesota! Holy cow! I watched a video, and this guy commented that somewhere in Minnesota, and I have, hello, my friends Justin and Jeremy up in Minneapolis and St. Paul, said they got 20 feet of snow somewhere. That seems a bit much, but it does snow a lot up in the great white north, in the frozen tundra that is Minnesota, because I'm fresh out of Green Bay. I was like that. The NFL Films guy said, the frozen tundra that is Lambeau Field. That's stuck in my mind all my life. All I can think of when I think frozen and tundra is Lambeau Field. So, and I checked on one airline site, and I can afford next year, if I have all my credit cards paid off, and dump money on the secured card, to go back to the homeland, to Pittsburgh, and do live videos from Pittsburgh. Oh my goodness, I mean, snowed in my house. Oh dear. Hope you got a portable generator outside, or a solar generator, and lots of blankets and a fireplace. I feel for you. I have been snowed in years ago. My father was watching the 4-H camp in Lake Tahoe. Somehow he and I wound up there. My dad would wander off all the time. He would leave the house and go to weird places. And my mother would say, take your son with you. It's always your son, not my son. She would get mad at him and blame him for me. So I got dragged all over hell. And it was a log cabin with a fireplace, no radio, no TV, had some books, had a kitchen. It started snowing and snowing and snowing. And within a day, we were up to about 5 feet of snow around the windows. We could not get out the door. And somebody, after a week, decided to check on us. We weren't dead. We weren't freezing, but we couldn't get out the door. And they brought a snowplow and the police and a truck full of warm food or whatever it was, and we got out. So 1 week snowed in the cabin in Lake Tahoe. I don't remember how old I was, but okay, good. I hope your basement doesn't leak, because every time we had a basement, or when I went to school and they had basements, it would rain or snow, and then the snow would melt and the basement would flood. And then the furnace would go out because the pilot light would get soaked. So I'm glad for you. But, yeah, Minnesota, very cold. Home of good German food and the dreaded lutefisk. So, yeah, I'm in a better mood because I don't like people arguing with me. When I say something, it's my opinion, but when I come up with a historical fact, and I remembered from 2012, and I looked it up on Wikipedia, and everything I said was absolutely right. Not that it didn't happen, what I was talking about yesterday, but it's out there on Wikipedia. And lots of times Wikipedia is wrong. Remember, these things are posted by people you don't know who may have their own agenda. Hot chocolate. One great thing that somebody came up with. Hot tea warms me up too, but I'm out of lemon. So go get some lemons. There's a lemon tree downstairs. There's all kinds of lemon trees around there. I never know when the lemons are ripe. The lemon tree downstairs has lemons that look like this. They look more like grapefruits. They keep falling off the tree, but that's the wind. I don't know how long it takes for a lemon to ripen. I've taken some of those off the tree or picked them up, and they're bitter. So you can't use them. Lots of orange trees around here, too. So no weather alerts right now, but I expect that will come. Well, no, there's useful things on Wikipedia. I look up history and stuff like that. By the way, yesterday I was talking about the stupid term atmospheric river, and there were a bunch of Boy Scouts and a scout leader at the church. They were helping giving out the food, and I talked to Tim and somebody standing there, and he agreed with me. He said atmospheric river is stupid. He said they come up with these terms to make themselves feel self-important. He agreed with me. I said nobody in my life had said, "Hey, what's the weather like?" "Oh, it's an atmospheric river with very inclement weather out there." Nobody talks like that. But yesterday when I mentioned rivers, I mentioned the Merrimack River. And I really had to dig that out of my head. And it turns out that my brain was spinning in all these filing cabinets of information in my head. Brought up the Merrimack River. Well, I've never been to the Merrimack River. It's in New Hampshire. But the Merrimack was a U.S. wooden ship sunk by the Confederate ironclad in the Civil War. And that's where I got the Merrimack River. Now, there is a Merrimack River in Missouri, but it doesn't have the K. So that's where I came up with the Merrimack River. I like weather. I just don't like silly terms. They agree with me. I said, if I look up at the sky, and I'm not looking for the late George Reeves or Christopher Reeve, great Superman, and Kirk Allen, I see rain, I see snow, sleet, hail, thunderstorms, lightning, wind, howling. I don't see a river. So, well, I don't think dumb terms are fun. If it's raining, it's raining. Why do you need atmospheric river? You know, nobody came up with that term. I don't have anything about the jet stream. I don't think about the jet stream, except when I watch a weather video. The jet stream is doing this, and the Arctic, whatever it is coming down from the Arctic into Washington State or California, or it's going across the nation. It's going to freeze everybody and turn everybody blue. Do I think about this consciously? No. I just go out. Is it cold? Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is it windy? And do I have to put on a hat, my jacket, my scarf? One of several. And fire Mike Tomlin. And I actually saw a Pittsburgh video today where they said, would the Steelers be any better without Tomlin? And they said yes. So, polar vortex. Yeah, that's another phrase. Thank you. The polar vortex. I bet that was that movie with Tom Hanks. With the train and the polar bears. So, I never saw that movie. I just seen pictures, you know. I don't go to theaters. I don't want to pay $7 for a movie. Oh, I know what they mean. I just think it's dumb. You know, if the Arctic air comes from the north, escaped out of Santa's workshop, and it comes to California, and you get 4 feet of snow in the Sierra and rain here, I don't need to be told it's a polar vortex. It's raining and cold, and I got to go out and feed the cats. Well, the problem with this apartment is underneath my computer table is the baseboard heater. And when I moved in here 15 years ago, the baseboard heater wouldn't turn off in November, and it was 110 degrees in here. So they went downstairs, they shut that one off. Then during the inspections I had, the manager and the maintenance guy came in and said, "Can you please turn off that heater? It's like an oven in here." So just give me a moment. So he came in once and he said he fixed it. He didn't. I came in again. She came in like 3 days later. She was harassing the hell out of me. And no, I take care of them. If cats and dogs will come down from the sky, I will put kibble out for them when it stops raining, and dry food and wet food. So I don't have dog food. I should carry a small bit of dog food because I've seen stray dogs that are very hungry, but they're too frightened to come up to people. I feel so sorry for them. What were the good days? Anyway, so I had them after 3 tries. The guy finally took a hammer and broke the control off so he could take the pliers and turn the thing off. It was 110 degrees and I was dying. Now, as to high school, well, it depends on what high school you mean. I went to one private school, high school in Pittsburgh, high school in San Francisco, high school in 2 high schools in Las Vegas, and I moved out of my mother, became declared an emancipated minor at 17 and a half. And the last 2 months of high school, I ran out of money and couldn't get to high school and didn't. I was also a track manager at one point and didn't have any money to get to school and never thought of asking my friend Stan for bus money. I asked him for food. I was out of food. So he brought me 2 huge bags of food. All I had to eat for the last 2 months was a 50-pound bag of rice, a big box of Lipton tea, a bottle of ketchup, which I put in the bag of rice, some soy sauce, not in the bag of rice, in the rice when I made, and there was a plum tree outside. So I never graduated from high school. And one of the reasons I want to go to Las Vegas is to go to Clark County Board of Education, whatever the hell they call it, and say, did I ever get a diploma issued to me? Because I would like to know if I was graduated or not. So I didn't graduate. It bothers me a little bit. So grade 10, Julian Assange, you'll be equal to Julian Assange? I don't know. What's a grade 10? I'm not sure what that is. It sounds like government pay grade or something. And excuse me, I'm falling off the chair again. These stupid chair cushions. One day, I will get a real computer chair again, and I've got one picked out at Staples. The only one without arms and the only one with adjustable, where you can adjust the sides, and you can tilt it. It's about $150. Hold on. And there's a wonderful table, but I'd be afraid of breaking it. It's all glass, but it's really cool. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I went to college, and I took the... Ow! Ow, ow, ow. That was my left kneecap objecting to getting up. I went to college, took the SAT, passed it, and then went to... my mother, through the auspices of the dean of the law school, got me into law school, and I attended law school for a year and a half. So you didn't have to in the 70s. I don't know what they do now. You didn't have to graduate from high school to go to college. A different time. We have people graduating from high school that can't do math. They can't fill out a job application. They can't read. As you know, all these bookcases in there, that's never been a problem, except a couple of days I wake up and I can't see. And then my eyes clear, or I use the eye drops. So I went to City College of San Francisco, filled out the forms, and they had some kind of exemption or something. I don't remember. It's 1972. I mean, no, I never got a GED. I just went into college and took all the courses. I took every history course in 3 different community colleges. I switched my major to computer science because history wasn't going to make any money. And then I dropped out. One point, my mother said, cut your hours at work and I'll pay you to go to college. You can get your degree. She gave me 1 check, and then I went to my boss. I'd like to cut my hours. He said, I can't do that. He fired me. So my mother screwed me up. No. Well, San Francisco was a different time in the 70s. I lived in the Haight-Ashbury. Well, they didn't require me to have one. I failed in one class, a political science class taught by a left-wing reactionary. He didn't like the fact that I owned stocks. So, but the only classes I refused to take were ethnic studies classes, but they're all taught by America-hating leftists. But I like going to college. And City College was a pain because they had the main building and the side building on a hill, and all the other classrooms were in giant trailers, and you had to climb up and down steps to get to class. Just about killed me. No, I asked my boss to cut my hours so I could go to college, and he fired me. And other jobs I had, when I would say I'm going to school days, can I switch nights? They'd put me on nights. They'd put me on days. When I worked nights, they'd put me on night. When I wanted to go to school at night, they'd put me on night. That's why I never finished. I've got 45 units. The air blowers are out here. California has this new law to ban gas-powered air blowers by a certain year. So I don't know. They're going to have to go back to using a rake and a shovel and a trash can like God intended. I've raked enough leaves in my life that I never want to do it again. Not that I probably could, but... Okay, we're not going to allow that comment. I'm not going to allow that comment, Vance. It's not allowed in this channel. So, I did get emancipated to get away from her. I was away from her, and then she came to me and begged me to go back with her when she moved to San Francisco. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life. My mother was a nurse for 50 years. She treated all her patients with empathy, but her own son and her family, she did not treat us nice. My sister didn't talk to her for 5 years because she kept telling her how to raise her kids. So, but my mother had toxic parents too, so the sins of the mother fall upon the son. I don't have a bachelor degree. I got in because the dean let me go to law school. She knew the dean of the law school. My mother knew a lot of people in San Francisco. And I've gone to places I've been in places nobody would ever get in normally because I'm personable and charming when I was younger, not lately. But, there is one state, West Virginia, you don't need to go to law school. You study and take the state test, and you're admitted to the bar, and once you're a West Virginia member of the bar, you're a member for life. I could probably today, except my memory, go back to West Virginia and learn the law and take the test and pass the West Virginia bar. No, I don't have a law degree. But I have gotten emails from there are colleges online that are law schools, and I couldn't pay the money if I had the money and go to law school. I'd probably do it just to finally get my law degree. I probably wouldn't practice. When I'm thinking properly and not forgetting stuff, I'm fine. I think it's a lack of sleep. No, I didn't live in West Virginia. It's the only state where you're not required to go to law school to get a law degree. Remember, Lincoln studied and was able to be an attorney, and there was no law school. So, I'm not sure you mean what about a thing. So, well, I've already learned. I used to hang around after law school until it was time to go home. They locked the doors. And I used to hang around the library there, the law library, and I hang around the law library here, and I haven't gone in lately because it's COVID. But I spent a lot of time in the law library looking up cases. Case laws, reading case law is fun. I gotta take this off, it's too hot. I won a unemployment case when I got robbed at gunpoint, and I said the business was not safe, and they tried to deny me unemployment. So, and I did that by looking up case law, problems in the work, safety in the workplace. Okay, thank you. Well, the last I knew it was West Virginia. Maybe I confused West Virginia or Virginia, but that may have changed. I'm talking my knowledge from years ago. So I did take the baby bar and passed it. So that's as far as I got. When my mother got me fired from my job at the blood bank across the street, I got discouraged and quit. And eventually I moved out. And then I wound up moving back in. I need help with your father, because my father would get drunk and cause problems. So I should have told her, you're on your own. But, you know, you become a lawyer, you wind up being either a public defender or a prosecutor, because when you first start out, you have no experience. No, I haven't passed the baby bar. It's not the bar. They do a thing in the first year and a half. It's a preparation for the bar exam. Okay, hold on. Now, I remember I'm doing this from knowledge of 50 years ago almost. Hold on. The bar exam is really hard to pass. Okay, baby bar exam. California bar exam, hardest in the country. Kim Kardashian passed it. First year law students exam. So, if I do that, I'm going to lose Firefox. So she passed. It's the first year law students exam. No, you're not an attorney unless you pass the full bar exam. So don't be so literal. This is what I'm looking right at Town & Country magazine online. What is the, quote, baby bar exam, quote, unquote, that Kim Kardashian just passed? Here are the in and outs. I'm going to restart Firefox because they've got an update. I do know that you do not become a full attorney. By restarting, no, I'm going to lose. Okay. That was curious. Okay, hold on. All right, I'll click on this. Here's Kim Kardashian. Let's see. She took the exam 4 times. She failed it 3 times in 2 years. She studied harder, so she did it. And let's see. This guy wrote the article. I took the regular path of going to law school, passing a bar exam, and getting sworn in as an attorney earlier this year. The media star is taking advantage of an option in California that allows students to sit for the state bar exam after a period of study in a law office or judge's chamber. Along with Virginia, Vermont, Washington, California is one of only 4 states allow students to study law through an apprenticeship instead of attending law school. California's bar exam is one of the hardest in the country, one of the lowest pass rates. Before students taking the apprenticeship path like Kardashian can sit for their bar exam, they have to pass their first year law students examination known as the baby bar. After completing 1 year of law school, which I did, applicants participating in California's Law Office Judges Chambers program are qualified to take the first year law students exam. The test is offered in June to October, includes essay and multiple choice questions, 4 hours of lines. I aced it. And I had a judge that I was working in his office. So, contracts, criminal law, torts, an answer based on legal theories and principles of general applicability is sufficient. The detailed knowledge of California law is not required. Well, every year when they come up with new laws, I read every one. Not the law, what the law is about. I'm a news junkie. Only 20% of the 275 candidates who took the June 21 baby bar passed. And 53% of the applicants passed California's June 2021 general bar exam. So it's hard to pass the California bar, but it can be done. Some people go back and try 4 times. Some guys never get it. But I did that much. So, you know, if I'd had parents that, I had a mother who wasn't constantly interfering, a father who wasn't disappearing and drunk, I would have passed the bar. I would have wound up probably as a public defender. But I had this one judge pulling for me. He was a very good man. He's dead now. I went to his funeral. Good Irish judge, San Francisco municipal. He used to let people out on Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day. He said, no one should be in jail on Christmas and New Year's. They let them out. It made the DA and the police really mad. These weren't big criminals. They were missed drunks and stuff like that, but he let them out. So now back to the thingy here. Where am I? Okay. But there is a place in, can't eat baby roots because I got no teeth. Anything with peanuts is hard to eat now. Or almonds. Got no upper teeth. Next year I'll look into how much dentures cost. I'm afraid to look. What is this VOI? I know what FYI. What is VOI? I have no idea. Anyway, welcome. But I got 2 emails a year or 2 ago. Here's the courses we offer. Here's what it costs. You can take it online. You can go to law school online. And I don't know if you go to law school and then you have to apprentice, or you just go to law school and then you take the bar and then you're sworn in as a lawyer. I have a friend who's a lawyer. I have to ask, because he's been a lawyer forever. I'll have to ask him sometime when he has time. I talk to him through the window because of COVID. I can't go see him in person. It drives me crazy. We're friends, but I wave, he waves, you know. So, no, you're not an attorney until you pass the bar exam, the actual state bar exam. Let me look up something. That's bugging me. Hold on. Boop. Excuse me. So we will look up, because West Virginia, there was a U.S. senator or congressman who became an attorney by studying in West Virginia. That's how I remembered it. Okay, applicant is eligible to the practice of law in West Virginia upon establishing the satisfaction of the Board of Law Examiners, age of at least 18, good moral character and fitness, graduation from an approved college or university with an AB, BS, or higher degree. And I can't read this small print. I take over the world, I make the print bigger. Oh my God, I can't read that. Hold on. Passing score on the MPRE within 25 months of passing 4 in the West Virginia bar examination. And it doesn't seem to say anything about law school. So, but I can't read it because it's too small. It's like this, you know? So, No, I don't need dentures to go see my sister. I mean, we're both not getting any younger, and I really don't want to wind up my life never having seen my family again. It really bugs me. I miss my family, and I miss Pittsburgh. I see Mike Tomlin hanging around the corner. I'll sit on. Fire that guy. Get a new quarterback. And then the thing about the Arizona team or the Raiders, they had to cancel the game because so many players are getting COVID. I don't get this. You would think the NFL would have their players get the vaccine, but they're all getting COVID. That doesn't make sense to me either. So anyway, but I haven't seen my sis. I've seen my nieces once. I've seen my cousins once in the last 30 or 40 years. It's time. I can live without dentures for another 6 months. Yeah, well, the homeland is Pittsburgh, and I can go to the south side, go to Permanis. In my world, when I take over, we turn Macy's back to coffins like it was supposed to be. Go to the Oyster House, the oldest restaurant and bar in Pittsburgh. Founded in the 1800s, have me some fried oysters and some Iron City beer or other beer. Go to Kennywood and go watch a Pirates game if they're in town. Maybe schedule the trip so I can go see my beloved Bucks. Hello, Mike. That's the pillow guy. Maybe. Except he looks a little nude in that picture. So, but I have 45 units, so I would have to take the science requirement and the stupid English 1A requirement, which, from what I saw, yeah, I worked in the judge's office. I was basically filing and take this case and append these briefs to it, and, I was doing paperwork. That's all I did. But I was reading every case that came in the office because I'm a natural speed reader, and then I would go home. So I didn't get paid much, but somebody's banging on something. Do I have a shirt on underneath here? No, I think I'm going to change shirts here. Put my shirt somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, it's over there. Well, if it were up to me, it'd be reinstated today. We throw the whole kit and caboodle out. If it were up to me, the whole Congress should be shut down for 6 months. We're starting over with all new people, and they'll be federal funded, so less corruption. Yeah, someone banged. I got a neighbor up above me. He bangs on the floor. He hammers. He drops his shoes. He's very weird. Another reason, top 100 reasons why George Senda plays the lotto. I'm not going to do that. Then he makes more noise. I did that years ago when his mother was pounding on the ceiling with her, or on the floor actually, with her cane. Okay, bear with me. I'm going to get up and take this off because now I'm getting too sweaty. Before it was freezing. Now I'm getting warm. So I'm going to move the giant bag of commodities and go change my shirt. Starting to roast now. Bear with me for a moment as I get up. I need one of the, excuse me, I need one of those chairs that's automatic. It pushes you out of the chair. My luck would be defective and fling me against the wall. Okay, 1, 2, 3. See, I can get up with the cane without any pain. Cane and pain. Pain and cane. Something. I'd go to Segway, and if I ever have a house, and have them design me an indoor Segway. I can just ride between rooms. Okay, I am back. No stonks. Okay. There's my little. I like this guy. Oops. Okay, found him in the bedroom. I got this for $4. Stocks are stocks. Stonks are another weirdness that someone came up with. No, you don't. I think Mr. Lindell needs to go. Bye-bye, Mr. Troll. Doesn't upset me to see new words. It upsets me to see stupid words. Calling something a stonk when it's a stock is stupid. If I didn't want to know new words, I wouldn't have something like 8 dictionaries in here. And I do look stuff up all the time. And I'd be happy to meet. I get emails telling me to go to Mike Lindell's website, although I'm not impressed with Mike's pillows. I got my pillows sent to me by Top Cat. They're fine. I like new things because new technology. Well, what am I going to call it? Idiotic? F-word idiotic? It's not a new word to me. It's a stupid word. No, don't get me started on Alexa. Because I asked for the weather in Martinez today. It told me about some guy in baseball named Martinez. It is dumb. I don't mince words, though. If I don't like something, I'm going to say it. If you don't like it, then I don't like it. I'm sorry, but that's the way I am. I am what I am, and you take me for what I am. No, she can understand me fine. I may be talking too softly for it. All right, let's try this. Computer. Weather from Martinez today.
The current weather is 49 degrees Fahrenheit with partly sunny skies. Throughout the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 49 degrees and a low of 36 degrees. By the way, I can help you explore your area. Want to learn more?
No. Well, here we go. You're probably the same guy. Sorry. Bye-bye. You can't come in with one troll name and make a brand new troll name and come in here. Not allowed. And it will come up with really weird stuff. I'll say something to it, and all of a sudden, would you like to add something to your shopping list? And it'll add $20. Or Tide, or something I didn't ask for. So. Siri has a female voice, but as I understand it, you can now, with Alexa, Google, and Apple, change it to a male voice. Well, sorry, I do ask it for the weather. The problem with the Alexa device I have is frequently the weather reports are wrong. This is why I look on the weather channel. I've got Weather Bug, Weather Channel, Weather Kitty, Yahoo Weather, Fox Weather. Here they go with the VOYFY. What is that? That's driving me crazy. Don't type. I don't like saying Alexa all the time. That's why I changed it to computer. It has nothing to do with feeling threatened. Martinez was invented. The martini was invented in Martinez, and there's a plaque down the street, a block from in the same shopping center. It used to be the shopping center. There was a store that was there forever. It's now city offices. There was a bar there at one time, and it was invented in that bar. I've been by there many times. Computer, who is the president?
The current president of the United States is Joe Biden.
There. I call it computer. Of course, you know, if it were up to me, I would have it talk like Oscar Madison or Felix Unger or Bullwinkle Moose. He's rookie. But they don't give me that option. They give me things like Rosie O'Donnell or something equally disgusting. Yeah. So, okay, we're not going to allow that either. Goodbye, troll. We got trolls. They're probably not women, because no women I know, they think that would be disgusting. Because you don't have that option, and I don't know what Burke you're referring to. The political Burke from the time of the Revolutionary War. You know, it's related to pornography, so let's not discuss that. I'm going to remove that comment. So, I don't allow sexual connotations on this channel. This is basically a family channel, except maybe I get upset. No, it's not an alcoholic beverage. Just move on, people. Well, there's Amos Burke from Burke's Law. There was... you have me dig stuff out of my brain that I can't remember because it's been too long since I've looked at this sort of thing. There's a famous political fellow, John Burke. John Burke, referred to in Star Trek by James T. Kirk when he talked to Chekhov about his knowledge and history. Now that's very weird. They got it with an E. Hold on a minute. There's an author named John Burke. There's a politician named John Burke. Hold on. And I'm sure you know that American lawyer and political leader from North Dakota, but that's not what I'm referring to. So that's not him. It's spelled with just no E, if memory serves. Let me see if I remember. No, that's not it either. Huh, this is very weird. Hold on. As I recall, Chekhov said it was Ivan Burkov. Ah, here we go. John Burke. I was wrong, but not entirely, because my memory is not as good as Memory Alpha. John Burke was a human scientist, the chief astronomer at the Royal Academy in the Old Britain, except they're saying the mid-21st century. I thought John Burke was a lot older than that. Well, anyway. Only Alien Carl can do probing in this channel. And you don't want to be probed by Alien Carl. So. And let's check the Weather Channel out. Tonight's full moon is extra special. Panda escapes zoo enclosure. Snow and ice from New England to New York. And the 10-day forecast for Martinez. We will look that up If you don't like it, I'm sorry. It's the needs of the one outweigh the needs of the many. Cloudy. They were saying Monday rain, Tuesday rain, Wednesday rain, Thursday rain, Friday rain, Saturday rain, cloudy, Tuesday rain, Wednesday rain, Thursday rain, Friday rain, and the 1st of January, New Year, cloudy, and big snow and rain in Portland and Missoula, 30 degrees in Minneapolis, snow in Caribou. Where the heck is that? And who will see a right Christmas? There's a swath from Northern California, Lake Cal, all the way to Boston. Snow. Stony Burke was a character in a TV show. I think I can't remember for certain, Jack Palance, I believe. We've got enough rain, I think, to have wiped out I think we've got enough rain to wipe out the drought. I'm not certain about that, and a whole bunch of people were killed in the Philippines with a typhoon. The only two places that are warm are Jacksonville and, I can't read that, McAllen, Texas. Everything else is green or yellow. Severe storms rumble in the south, thunderstorms near New Orleans. And this weather lady has her eyes all bugged out. I don't know why. And that's about that. So, well, ain't no sky rivers. You go out there and you find the name on that river, and I'll give you a couple dollars when I have some, but no sky rivers, no atmosphere rivers. There is no such animal. Whether they say it is doesn't make it so. When I see the Ohio River, the Mississippi River over my head, I'm going to run and freak out, hope it doesn't drown me. But until that day happens, there's no such thing as a river in the sky. Well, water vapor travels in the same direction all over the world. It's called clouds. Yeah, well, that's what we call it. But my father's brothers threw him in the Monongahela River, the Allegheny, Ohio. I don't think it was Ohio. I don't remember the exact confluence of the Tri-River system in Pittsburgh. It's been a long time. But they threw him in, and he didn't know how to swim. He learned quick. So, remember, we have to call it something. Well, where are you going? Oh, no, I'm on this river. It's full of rocks and got lots of water in it. Why do you call it a river? Why not a big stream? You can call it whatever you want. Yeah, Larry the Lounge Lizard in the sky. Leisure Suit Larry the Lounge Lizard. Guys are fixated on that term because I don't like it. Yeah, let's see you clear that up with a Swiffer or a sponge or Mr. Clean sponges or something. I'll need more sponges. It won't stop raining. Get a sponge launcher. Boom, boom, boom. Let's chop up or one of those. You get a gun that shoots hundreds of those do not eat packets in the sky and see if it will sop up the moisture. Or those, my mother used to be obsessed with those things you get. They come in a plastic tub, you open up, it's supposed to remove moisture out of your bathroom. I don't know if those things work or not. I was being sarcastic. Quit taking me literally. It was a joke, for God's sakes. Sheesh. I hate dust too. I dust the bookcases in here. Within 3 days, they're covered in dust again. I don't know. If I ever do get a house and it's central heat and air and um, zone air conditioning, then maybe the dust will stop. I'm going to have an airlock built on all the entrances. You have to enter a door, and then a blower comes in and voids all the dust that or particles that come in from the outside, and then you enter the second door, and maybe that would stop the dust. Well, I can see that on my screen. If you don't like my jokes, sorry, eccentric. Hello, Crisscross. But I'm looking right now at a bookcase over there, and there's dust. There's dust over here. I can't reach it. But part of that is I keep the door open. Not when it's too cold, but I have to go in and out. Paul says the dust particles come from the bay. They come from they get dirt gets in the atmosphere and comes down in the wind, comes down as rain. And he even has this theory that it's skin particles that come off humans and other humans. I don't know about that, but and then there are dust mites, which is a whole nother animal. Apparently they're on every body. I don't know. Well, there must be a lot of dead skin in this apartment over the last 15 years to come off of me, if that's the case. I can't dust 18 bookcases every 3 days. I got trouble getting up out of a chair. But Kathy has very little dust, but she doesn't have all these bookcases. Maybe it's the bookcases doing it, or the books. I don't know. I have dusted every book in this apartment, and then within 3 days, and dusted stuffed animals and storage bins and everything else, and removed everything and dusted it and put it back. I don't want to. I've got a Kindle, and it doesn't replace them all because, for one thing, if the power goes out, your Kindle, your iPad, your iPhone, your tablet, your device, your computer is useless. But I can sit here with a flashlight or a candle and read a book. Well, I don't. I have tried to get one, but I failed because they wouldn't call me back. I'll take care of that after the first year when I have money. If I'm going to sit for an hour for the bus, there's now a hotel across from the county department that deals with getting you a caregiver, and I will just go in and see if they have a restaurant and go eat something. I'm not going to stand out there in 40-degree temperatures and get cold. And I have a Kindle around here somewhere. I don't remember how long it stays charged. I was sent 3 Amazon Fires, not Kindle Fires, so yeah. I'd get a shirt, no dust. I will dust no dust before it's time. I'm not going to use a Brillo pad on my skin. That would hurt. I use soap and water and a bath brush and a washcloth. That's steel wool. I'm not going to use that on my skin. Good Lord. How do we get into that kind of subject? Oh, God. I'm scrubbing myself with a SOS pad. It's all nice and soapy, and it just ate all the skin off. And now I'm bleeding. No. I don't have 55 bookcases. I'm not sure. I hear knocking on my door. Excuse me a moment. There's some knocking noise. Maybe a little girl learned how to knock on the screen door. Or it could be Mama climbing the screen door. Hold on. Something's out there. Or maybe it's somebody else's door. Come on. Okay. Girl. You was a little girl. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Come on, little girl. There you go, sweetie pie. It was a little girl. She now drives for Amazon. Hold on. Oh. Well, now I don't have to buy cat food, I think. Hold on. The original or the second order? Something. Oh. Okay. Yes. Let's see. I had trouble picking up this box. Very sturdy box. Here's the box. Upside down. Okay. Thank you, Top Cat, for this. I think it came from Top Cat. Let me get it open. There we go. Yes. Here we go. First, good, I need this. With these packaged to Lucky Barrels. Ugh. And we have a box of 48. Oh, good. This is enough cat food for the rest of the month. Yay! 48 cups of Sheba salmon and something. 12 salmon, 6 seafood entree, 6 twin packs tender whitefish, and tuna. So now we have enough for the kitties. Thank you, Top Cat. So there we go. There it is. It's not for me. It's for the cats. I am not going to ever open this up and start munching on cat food. I did that once. I tried a spoonful of just to see why the cats would eat this stuff. 44 years ago, I took a spoonful, a very small spoonful of 9 Lives and went, bleh! That's when I first had cats and knew almost nothing about having a cat because I never had one. But this is Sheba, so I haven't figured out why they call it Sheba, but and why I can never open it without a pair of scissors. But there's the box. So I'm very happy to get that. Okay. Top Cat, I'm sorry, I am not programmed to respond in that area for security reasons. Working. So he did. I just said it. Just said he's a male. I blew it. He's a male. Or he was this morning when he wrote me. I just blew it. Oh boy. Well, he has cats too. So, you Top Cat. And if you're old enough to remember Top Cat, you're old. Top Cat, deedle Top Cat, deep deep, close friends only, call him TC. Saturday morning, Hanna-Barbera, good stuff. Based on Bilko. All right, I can't keep my mouth shut. The brain is not tied to the mouth anymore. It just blurts it out. So, but when I got involved with him, that's the first thing I thought it was Top Cat, JTC. And they had Officer What's-His-Face, who was always causing problems. Top Cat and the cats lived in an alley. And his office was a trash can with a lid on it. And there was a Benny, I think he was based on Doberman. I don't remember. I read something recently. Who are the voices of that? But I don't remember. I'm going to go get a scissors so I can open this. Excuse me. Top Cat, Top Cat, he's the leader of the band or something or other. I don't remember. Can't play it for copyright reasons, but it's been in my head for, God, 60 years. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I save the boxes for gifts or to put things in like my CDs. Okay, they have these. I'm not going to take them out of the trays, but if you've never seen Sheba, that's what they look like. Oh, God. That means someone on my list is posting my emails again. And I don't know who. I really don't care. Those guys are jerks, and one day they will be judged. Not by me, but a higher authority. Not Hebrew National Hot Dogs either. Guess they will take out the tray, but it has these plastic trays, which I recycle. So somebody is sending my emails out. And that's part of the sad thing about doing this for almost 11 years. You're a troll. You're a troll. He just put a disgusting comment that is hidden. And so he's history. I said nothing of the sort. That shouldn't have been allowed, but he's blocked. Goodbye, troll. Schmuck. I wrote no such thing. I thanked God for the food and the church every day, given that I was pronounced dead and got electrocuted once, and I've had other health issues, hospitalized last year twice. My breathing difficulties, I thank every day to God. I talk to God. Thank you, God, for another day of life. Amen. And very grateful to be alive. All right, there's the... But, you know, there are sick people here who either make stuff up or publish my emails when they shouldn't, because they have no decency, they have no empathy, they have no conscience. They are truly evil people, and sadly we have evil people in the world, and they may be perfectly possessed, as Father Malachi Martin said, for all I know. But I won't let him stay in here. Give him the boot. And if we're allowed and we're able, they would get a lot more than just a boot. Get a diode battery and some jumper cable. And show them the light. Oh, he glows so prettily in the darkness. And the screaming is music to my ears. But I would never do that. I just think about it a lot. And why bring up Kathy? Kathy has done... Can't put these back in here. They're all wanting to fall to the ground. Maybe I gotta turn around. Hold on. They're all trying to commit suicide, like playing the old game Lemmings here. Hold on a minute. Ah, hell, just throw them in the bag. Well, that worked. That worked. I just stack them up in a bookcase by the door anyway. Now a tiny one wants to eat, and orange. Yeah, I can have this new power source, you know. Troll power. Get an inverter, hook that up to the troll, put the other end on the inverter, and put a solar panel in. I got Tesla troll power. I wish. He is distressed. There was a court decision that banned probing between midnight and 8 a.m. He's not happy. He'll be back. Now, how long I was pronounced dead? Well, the first time I don't remember. Well, I don't know because I was dead. When I was 5, I was in a boarding school in Ligonier, PA. They put me in an unheated room. I had 104 fever. I had pneumonia. They rushed me as they could in a blizzard from Ligonier to Pittsburgh to McGee Hospital, where my mother was working as a charge nurse. They brought me in. They pronounced me dead. She was standing there. She said, "No, he's not dead. I can feel him." She was very psychic. So she said, "Put him in the sitz bath and pack him in ice." And they kept packing me in ice to get the fever down. And apparently I was probably in a coma. I don't know, because I was 5. But I was gone for 3 days. I was, saw the light in the corner of the room, left my body, saw the doctors and nurses, my mother, my father, the television on. There was a light in the corner, and I went through this tunnel, and I saw the light, and something said, "Go back. It is not your time." And I went back. When you're 5, you have no concept of dying. And then no. That was a joke. He's upset about something. So he's not feeling like getting online right now. And he's got work to do. He's doing projects for me. So, then when I was 10, I was rushed to Warrior Army Hospital. Arrived there, was pronounced dead again. She said, "Nope, he's alive." And I was in the hospital for a year, so. Now, I wasn't beaten into a fever. I had pneumonia. The second time I was beaten, I lost 80% of the blood in my body. But I was also thrown to a bathtub of, not boiling water, that's 212 degrees, but whatever the temperature of the hottest water you can get out of the bathtub. My father punched me in the head and knocked me into the bathtub water and took off. So, that's all right. I could do millions with it. But, and then the third time, while we still lived in the house, I went out to water the lawn. Actually, there were 4 times. Water the lawn, never water the lawn, and plug in the electric fan on the concrete floor. I plugged in the electric fan, not realizing my hands and arms were wet. The charge went down my arm, hit my shoulder, and I went flying. About 50 feet, hit the wall really hard, and was gone for an hour. So I got electrocuted. And then the 4th time, Judy the dog, paws on the shoulders. My uncle had a house that had a backyard that was 3 blocks long. Not impossible, it happened. I never lie about what I do. So don't start, animal. That comment will get removed. Never lie about what I've done. I forget what I've done. I can't remember what I've done. I'm not going to ask Google. Screw Google. They weren't there. I was there. 1962. In the spring. So don't start on me. All right? And people can lose. Children are more hard on them because they have less blood to lose. But my mother said, "He's alive. I can feel him." They gave me transfusions. They did other things to me. My mother put fresh aloe vera from the aloe vera plant on me for the burns. And I spent a year in Walter Reed Army Hospital recovering. I'm sure somewhere there may or may not be records if they haven't tossed them by now. We didn't have digital records back in those days, so they're probably long gone. But I was in that hospital. And the hospital buildings are still there. They're no longer a hospital. It's a teaching center or something. But they've now moved all the Army Hospital to Bethesda Naval Hospital. But that's right by Rock Creek Park in Washington, D.C. Well, I don't care what Alexa says. You know, people get electrocuted. People get hit by lightning. Look at Daniel Brinkley. He's got hit by lightning. There's a forest ranger. He's got hit by lightning 7 times. He lived. There are exceptions to every rule. And it happened. So, you know. And the second time I saw my body leave my body and went to the light, and the voice said, "Go back. It's not your time." So if you don't think it happened, keep the opinion to yourself. Okay? No. Okay. You're going to be very enlightened. You're going to timeout. Told you to knock it off. You wouldn't do it. Okay, anybody that brings this up again, you're going to wind up getting banned. I'm not going to put up with being aggravated. All right? When I say it happened, it happened. I was there, you weren't. So you all get a timeout. Knock it off. That crap really pisses me off. I'll look it up another way. All right. January 2000, walking through L&D, a shortcut. Someone who worked in medicine. A disaster in the making in the living room. Routine cesarean was almost completed. The patient began to hemorrhage. I was asked to assist. I scrubbed. We started reopening the incision. Hematocrit 4.5. Blood not here yet. She lost 90% of her blood. She is still bleeding. No blood yet. She is going to die. Well, they gave her blood. She lived. It happens. I'm sure there are other answers out there, but I don't lie about anything I've ever done. And if you think I do, too bad. But they had all kinds of doctors there and attendants and everything else. So don't start on me, people. All right, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do a live video ever. Then I control the agenda. I control the discussion. All right, with that in mind, I'm going to go. Have a great day. Bye-bye.